Now we begin the news in the FCT, where the police command has urged the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress to postpone their planned protest in Abuja over security concerns. The unions had scheduled a peaceful rally on Tuesday at the Federal Capital Development Authority to support striking workers. Police say intelligence reports suggests proscribed groups may attempt to hijack the protest, risking public safety. Authorities appealed for the demonstration to be rescheduled to protect residents and maintain order. The strike by FCT workers began January 19 over unpaid salaries and poor working conditions. Despite a court order to resume work, the unions remain defiant. Joining me now is Onyeka. Chris, you're welcome. Thank you very much for joining us this morning here. Let's go straight to asking, the FCT police have urged the union to postpone their planned protest over security concerns. How serious is the risk, sir, if you know? And is it typical for protests to be called off on security grounds?
I can tell you for free that the actions that have been decided on have not been called off for any reason. Have not been called off. And then when you talk about security grounds, it is the job of security authorities to ensure that the lives of Nigerians are protected, even when they are embarking on a rally or on a protest, or they want to gather in a non-violent manner in any space. It is the job of security agencies to ensure that security of lives and property are assured. So one thing is sure, that the action that was proposed for tomorrow has not been called off. As we speak now, I had to quickly rush into a strategic meeting that is holding to ensure that tomorrow's action becomes a success.
Okay.
So anybody that is saying it has been called off is not telling you the truth.
Okay, Mr. Onyeka, the word proscribed groups hijacking the protest, that's rather heavy. I don't know exactly to whom they are referring, but how can police ensure that there's public safety even while citizens are expressing their rights to protest?
It's the job of the police. It's the job of the police and the security agencies, like I said. It's the job of the police and the GSS and the rest to ensure that such things do not happen. We know that before we embark on such actions, we also enlist the support of the police and the security agencies, the GSS, to ensure that we all work together so that we can express ourselves, safely and get back to our houses. We do not go to protests, to rallies, to go and that, except the state has some other opinion, except the state has some other plan. But one thing is for sure, that we go on such protests, to express ourselves, which is our democratic right. It is also the duty of the police and the DSS to allow us or to ensure that while we're expressing ourselves, while we're expressing these rights, that we do them, that we are safe while we are doing them. And so it is their responsibility to ensure that the ones they call people that want to hijack it, it's their duty to ensure that those people do not hijack it, unless it is actually the state that wants to hijack it. Because we have had occasions where the state actually sponsored people that hijack such protest rallies. Workers are peaceful people, and we do not hijack our rallies. So it's the job of the police to make sure that nothing like that happens.
Mr. Onyeka, final question I'll be asking you. The strike began January 19 over unpaid salaries and also poor working conditions. What does this say about labor's relations with the FCT?
I didn't hear that very well. I didn't hear that very well.
Yeah, I said the strike began on the 19th over unpaid salaries and also poor working conditions. What does this say about labor relations in the FCT?
What he says is very simple, that the people who are running the FCTA are not labor friendly. That is one thing I will tell you for sure, because the issues are straightforward. If an agreement has been reached on certain things, you do not wait for the workers to put pressure on you to be able to fulfill your own part of those agreements. For example, the issue of the wage award was negotiated 2004. 2024. That's almost 2 years now. It's unfortunate that the administration of the Federal Capital Territory felt that it should not meet such obligations. And well, they owed them until this protest started. It was until this protest started that they now decided to pay the arrears. So you don't wait for workers to become angry. You don't wait for workers to go hungry before you meet, negotiated agreements. So it tells you that the FCT administration should be more responsive to workers. The FCT administration should be proactive instead of this reactive. And as it stands today, most of the things, demands of the workers are not yet met. Instead of meeting, discussing, engaging with the workers to discuss these issues one by one, the FCTA minister resorted to going to court. And we know it's as if the man owns the court. All of us have seen the pictures of judges going to beg him for houses in Abuja. So he believes he owns the court. So he goes to court to hijack what he should have sat down to dialogue with workers and reach agreement and implement those agreements. And that is rather a funny situation. So what workers are asking are those basic rights.
All right, Mr. Onyeka. All right, Mr. Onyeka. Mr. Onyeka, my final question to you: how should the government and unions balance workers' demands with public order now?
Like I said before, we have never protested in a violent manner. And the workers have not said they are going to protest in a violent manner. It is the responsibility of the police, the security agencies, it is the responsibility of the state to ensure that public safety and order is maintained, even while we express our democratic rights. So it's the duty of the police. On our own side, we have already arranged ourselves in such a way that we do orderly, non-violent, as we express our democratic rights. That is a simple position, and it has not changed. We are cooperating with the police, we are cooperating with the DSS, we are cooperating with the state to ensure that orderliness is maintained even as we embark on the rallies.
Mr. Onyeka, I want to say thank you very much for joining us for the 3 p.m. bulletin. Of course, we'll always continue to come to you for more if we have more discussions like this. Thank you.